mean for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? They are the second favorite to win the Super Bowl behind the Bucs. Of course, Gronk winning a Super Bowl with Tampa Bay just a couple of years ago. Notable offseason moves. His pal, Tom Brady, deciding to retire and then returning there. A lot of moves for the Bucs. So what does their future look like now without Gronk? Let's welcome in two-time Super Bowl champ Bryant McFadden here. B-Mac, Gronk apparently calling it a career. He put a post on social media thanking everybody for his incredible career there. What do the Bucs look like now without him?
I mean, I think the Buccaneers, they were preparing for life without Gronkowski, just waiting for him to make it official as he did today. And I think they're okay at the tight end position. You got Cameron Brate, who's been a part of that organization for quite some time, has a nice relationship when it comes to catching passes from Tom Brady. They utilize a few draft picks as well on some young guys at the tight end spot. So I think they should be okay. Most importantly, Amanda, when you have Tom Brady still playing high level like football, they're going to be okay when you look at the tight end position. Outside of that, offensively, you still got some experienced guys at the wide receiver spots as well. So they should be okay knowing that number 87, Gronkowski, is now retiring from the game of football.
I'm not sure exactly where you saw the Bucs this upcoming season. Does this knock them down at all? Do you see any movement in your confidence level when it comes to the Bucs? You're shaking your head. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. As long as number 12 is there, my expectations are the same for Tampa, with or without Rob Gronkowski. That is the key denominator for this team, offensively and in totality. When you look at their entire team, is Tom Brady. What we saw from Tom Brady was MVP-like numbers, MVP-like production. Granted, he did not win that award, but he was right there. And one would think we will see similar success for Tom Brady this upcoming year. So me personally, not having Gronkowski clearly will be a nice loss. But will it hamper my expectation for this team when it comes to competing for a playoff spot, when it comes to competing for a championship? No, sir.
B-Mac, let me ask you this. As a former player, when you're looking at retirement, put yourself in Gronk's shoes. I mean, you know, you did it all with Tom Brady with the Patriots, and then you retire, and Brady's now back with the Bucs, and you decide to come back, you get the ring. I mean, is it tough making this decision as a former player? I mean, if you put yourself in Gronk's shoes?
I think the first time he retired, it was tough, right? Because he played for the Patriots, never playing for another organization. And his best pal, football pal, Tom Brady, decides to go to Tampa. And that was an ideal spot for Rob Gronkowski before he became a New England Patriot. If you saw his post that he put on social media, he stated back as a youngster, he wanted to play for Tampa because of the weather, because of where it was located at and things like that. So just being able to get that into his career path was a thing of beauty for him. Now, seeing that he was able to leave the game, come back, and win a championship, I think it's safe to say he's not returning anymore. I think he was able to do everything that he wanted to do in his career, plus more as an individual. And when you look at the total team effort, winning 4 championships in 11 years, he is a Hall of Famer. No questions about that. I think he will be a first ballot. He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer and one of the more dominating presence we've ever seen at the tight end position. So me personally, this time, Gronkowski will be retired for good. I don't expect to see him come back anytime soon.
So you're telling me Tom Brady picks up the phone and says, Gronk, come on. We got one more in us, dude. We got Tommy and Gronky here, whatever they called themselves. I need you to come back. You're saying he's going to say no to Tom Brady.
It's official. When you put together that lengthy post to basically give everyone your final hoorah with the game of football, it's a wrap. I mean, he did it so well. It was just everything he said was definitely on point. It was emotional. It was real. It's a wrap. I don't see Gronkowski returning to the game of football. And it's probably safe to say he's already in retirement form anyway, because, you know, one thing about Gronk, he loves to party. So he's probably to have a heck of a retirement party coming to a city near you.
We saw those beach parties going down in Vegas. Really quick, B-Mac, talk to us about Gronk's legacy if this is it for good.
First ballot Hall of Famer. Revolutionized the tight end position, 6'6", 270. Reliable hands, outstanding route runner for a guy with his size, and the blocking. that he displayed. He was actually an extra lineman when it came to getting involved in the blocking assignments. So me personally, I think he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, look at the playoff numbers. I mean, not just the regular season numbers, but what he did in the playoffs. The most critical times throughout a football season, he was the most productive player. So me personally, his legacy, I think he will go down as one of the all-time greats. The only thing negative you can say about Gronkowski when it comes to the negative side of things was just injuries, little knick-knack injuries here or there. But when he was on the football field, he was a dominating force.
B-Mac, we appreciate it. The next time Gronk throws a party, maybe a retirement party, you get your fancy water, you get out there and have a good time. We'll talk to you soon.
No doubt.
Bryant McFadden, thank you so much for joining us. B-Mac, you saw his shirt, you saw his hat there, has a podcast with his cousin, Patrick Peterson there. Make sure to download and follow incredible interviews as the offseason rolls along. Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.